Hey guys, it's a little frosty here today. We got a little bit of snow, but it's really mild, nice mild weather. I don't think it'll stay with us too long. So we're just going to give you a quick update of what's going on, a few projects that's happening, and we're starting to get ready for springtime. So being it's just me on the farm means you got to do a lot of jobs and a lot of them at the same time. But even if you're working as a team or a couple or whatever, running and starting any farm or any small business, that when you're starting from scratch, you got to do a lot of work to build things up. And just to give you an idea how it works here for me, I'm just actually here working on what is going to be a project in the summer. So this is going to be a pond. I really want to put in a pond in the farm. Now it's not going to be a massive pond, but I like the idea of the ecosystem that'll bring. I might even try and get it to stock it with trout, so it could actually produce some food for us as well. So I'll give you a look here at what I'm doing. So I actually was out here yesterday with the laser level and I was just leveling off. So we've got this area in here and you can see I've fenced off up to here, so I have less space for it. So my deer fence runs up there and the water naturally builds up here. We're on heavy clay, so I'm pretty confident I will get away without putting in a clay liner, a liner of any sort really, because it's got like 8 foot of clay underneath. Now I need to do a clay test, but I'm well sure, and you can see here already. Here, so my plan is to dam this here, dig this out and dam this here and make a little pond. I'm going to clear these couple of trees in here, I'm going to clear them, and I've actually, this is kind of where I want my water line to come, so these are all level, so the water line would come around here and we'll just flood all this here. It won't be that much, it won't be that big, but it'll be a nice little feature, and that's going to create a great habitat for frogs, because our market garden is just going to be over there, so for slug problems and stuff it's going to be nice to have that little ecosystem there. And it's just going to be nice to, I like to come up in the summertime in the evening and chill out, because this is south facing, my hand's coming from the south, so you'll be able to, we'll make a nice bank there with a nice seating area where you can just chill out and enjoy the pond. So I'm currently developing this project and figuring out what plant species you need to get, how I'm going to lay it out. It's going to be pretty cheap for me. I think we just need to pay for the digger hire, and I think maybe like a day on the machine. We'll build the dam, then another couple of days I'd like to put the water source coming from here. Now I don't have, it's not an all year round water source, it's not coming from a spring, it's basically a rain runoff, but when you live in Ireland it's nearly all year round. And the other, so the water comes in here and I'm going to put a little bridge here, maybe a little dock on it. So a couple of days work on that and it's going to be really good. And the other reason why I want to have a pond is we do get some dry spells here in Ireland. This last couple of years, in the late spring, early summer, we've been getting dry weather, and so I have nowhere in the farm currently to store water. So if I can store a lot of water here, I'll be able to pump it over to my market gardens. That means that I'm not trying to deplete, good drinking water in drought times, that we're harvesting our own water, and really that's a really important part of the farm, to be able to store water safely on the farm. So while I'm working on a project in the summer, so I'm figuring all that out for the pond, what size is going to be, what I need to get, how much time I need to allocate doing it, what it's going to look like. The next project that's coming up is the brooder. So I've already got the material dropped off here, so that's going to happen probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to start that. So I've got that material here already. So I would have planned that out before the pond project, and materials here. So that's going to be the next project. And if you look back from old videos, I brooded my broiler chicks in a polytunnel last year. It's all I had, and it is a lot harder to brood them than that. So I'm going to build them a nice proper little place. So I'm going to actually build, I've made a little pad here, I'm going to build so I'm going to put a little roof off there and close them in, because the chicks, a lot of the neighbours' kids and that like to come over, and sorry about the light there guys, a lot of the neighbours kids like to come over and look at the chicks and that, and they're a real nice attraction. So I want to build a nice little place where it's easy to see them, and it's just a nice little attraction as well. And it's also going to be easy to manage them in there. I'll set it up just the way I want. And then I've just put the finishing touches to my deer fence. So that was kind of the current project that I was on, and I'm just finishing that off. It's fully electrified now. I'm just waiting on a few parts to come. Getting parts from Amazon UK has been very slow at the minute, and I can't source them locally. There's some specialist parts that I need, so I'm waiting on some of that stuff to come just to finish that off. But it's like 98% finished, so really happy with that. So the farm is now safe with deer, and the deer actually have been coming in just before I got it finished there. They were nibbling on some of my apple trees, but I think we're okay. And then I'm trying to sneak this project in, so I'm building a sign and an honesty box. So on the farm here, there's actually a main road at the front of the farm. Now I have an honesty box, but the access to the farm is up a side road. So I've always been promising people that I'd get a sign up and get an honesty box going out at the front. So I'm going to hopefully work on this today. So I've got a sign, it's on both sides, so I'll be able to put it in this on front of the farm, and people will see it from both sides when they're going past. And then I just need to, this box is going to sit up here, and we'll keep eggs in that, and people passing the farm, if they want to get eggs, they'll be able to do that. It works really well for me. I've got 2 of these honesty boxes. I've got another one at my parents' house in Ardra, and it works really well, and it's just convenient for people, and it's easy for me. So I just stock it up in the morning, and then if anyone's passing, they can stop and pick up eggs. So I got to crack on with this one and get this finished off. I'm just walking down past my willow here and seeing it's pretty happy with how this willow's performed. They're doing really well. There's some in the back corner is gone. I'm not quite sure why. I think there's maybe less competition with surrounding bushes, but they've really gone gangbusters, which I'm really happy to see. And we've got a lot of planting to do, probably in 3 weeks' time. I'm planning to put in, well, it's not so many, I think maybe 40 nut trees and a few more fruit trees that I need to fill out. And I've got a lot of berry bushes to put in, strawberries, raspberries, blackcurrant, red currants, gooseberries. So I'm trying to fill out my tree lanes. I hadn't that much money to put aside for it. I think I've bought maybe like €2,000 worth of stock, which is a lot of money. It's all I kind of figure what I can budget for it, and that's what I use. So I've got enough to maybe do half the berry bushes I need, and I think maybe what I'll do then is I'll put these in, grow them out, propagate them, and fill out the rest of the lanes then. It's just more affordable that way. It takes more time. I'll reevaluate next winter. If I've got spare cash and I think it's worth the investment, I'll do it. If I think no, I'd rather wait and propagate them myself, then I'll do that. I'll just figure that one out as I go along. But yeah, trees are doing really well. We've got some of these. These are Scotch pine, and they're settling in well. So when I'm doing the other tree planting, I'll probably come along and remulch and just give everyone a quick going over. And my fruit trees, I'll probably apply some of our old bedding on them, give them a boost for the season, and then mulch over top. So yeah, it's going to be a busy spring, but we'll get there. It's already time for some seeds coming, and he's got some, these are mostly salad, I think they're Oriental salad green she's got started. It looks like Bloody Mary, I think it is. And we've got Wild Rocket and muslin mix, I think, coming up. These guys are only planted, but it's a sure sign when you see the propagator on the window that spring's coming.